Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. So, and there from then it was over to Philadelphia.
A long one then. So you go right from East Coast over to.
So we're leaving the 8-hour
Coast.
time zone difference to a 5-hour time zone difference. Over to Philadelphia.
A couple of flights over to Philly.
Yeah. It was a single flight over to Philadelphia. No, it was a couple, I think, maybe, actually. Yeah, it was a long one. It was, again, another long day of travel, 4 a.m. leave, standard.
Yeah.
And it was, again, write-off day. It was a day of travel, a day of recovery. Got to the hotel in Philadelphia. It was a lovely hotel, actually, a big Marriott, beautiful hotel. And I've got to say, Philadelphia as a city, beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely,
like a lot of history, a lot of culture.
Oh, huge amount
buildings,
of history,
like real top class buildings, wouldn't they? Because at this point you had already come out.
Yeah,
you had come out to Philadelphia because you wanted to watch the Philadelphia game, didn't you?
Yeah. We were doing a couple of pods, bit of work with the Premier League, so I came out. But I was really needed for the weekend.
Yeah,
or not needed, but here for the weekend. But I said to you, I'm coming out a couple of days early because you don't want to go to America for 2.5 days.
No, wow.
So I actually caught up with a mate in New York and had a couple of nice days.
New York.
But so in Philadelphia, you go to Philadelphia. What is the one thing you do when you go to Philadelphia?
Get a Philly cheesesteak.
What's the second thing you do when you go to Philadelphia?
I don't know.
Adrian.
Oh, the Rocco steps, of course. Yeah, that's literally the first thing we did. So we landed. We had like loads of delays, so we had to get 2 flights that day. The second flight was delayed 3 hours, so we were sitting in the airport for 3 hours waiting for this second flight. By the time we actually landed in Philadelphia, bear in mind we left San Diego at 4 a.m. We got into Philadelphia at 8 p.m. at night, right? And we had already
a long day.
Yeah, we had already planned to go to Rob McElhenney's bar because he's got a lovely bar in Philadelphia. So what we had on the schedule was to basically just go pop our heads into the bar, say hello to the staff. We knew there was going to be a lot of Wrexham fans there anyway. So we popped in, said hello, had a picture out front, and then made our way to the Rocky Steps. We went to see the Rocky statue. It's great. They're steps. They're lovely.
You go, you walk up the steps.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else there, is there?
Honestly, it was probably wasted on us a little bit because we were all so tired from travelling. So once you actually finally made your way up the steps in 32-3 degree heat, everyone was just like, can we go to bed now, please? Can we go to bed? So everyone was knackered, but it was nice. We got some photos, all that kind of stuff.
And it was great for Rob because Rob McElhenney's from Philadelphia. His show, everything about it.
Yeah.
I did see a picture of Rob, which I did comment on an Instagram post. So Rob, obviously owner of Wrexham, massive sports fan in Philly, isn't he? He was holding a half Philly, half Wrexham scarf.
Was he?
Yeah. I will try and put the picture up. And I did comment on it, and I said, I think this is the only time in the world that this is acceptable for Rob.
Any other time,
yeah, any other time, split scarves.
Yeah,
like
Rob,
the English feel quite strongly about
Rob,
this.
you need to know that in England, a split scarf ain't a thing,
but
mate.
Rob most certainly got a pass.
He can pull it off. I'll give him a pass for that one.
He owns one. He's from the other.
Yeah. He loves his city. He loves his Wrexham.
He was at the game, wasn't he?
He was at the game.
Which, wow, that was wild, that game.
Yeah, so that game, like I say, we're coming to the end of the trip now. The lads are tired. They're on their asses. We've had a lot of travelling. And basically, it was a case of, come on, let's just see if we can get through this game. No injuries. Put on a decent performance. That'll do. Do you know
How
what I mean?
hot was it?
It was the hottest. It was the hottest. It was about 36 degrees that day. That day was actually the hottest day of the year so far in Philadelphia.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the hottest day of the year.
Unbearable.
It was 36 degrees. It was just, it was a sweat fest.
When you came out for your warm-up, I saw you warming up, and Chomp walked over, and we caught each other's eye, and I just stood there with my can of beer.
Yeah, having a nice time.
And the look on his poor face was
jealous.
Say,
pure jealousy.
Just swap us over
I was going out for my warm-up like 15 minutes later than what I normally would because it was so hot.
Yeah, you were late, weren't you?
Listen, I'm going to come out, I'll catch a few balls and then I'll be good to go because it was just so hot. It was silly. So anyway, the game kicked off and it was 1-1. The match, I was supposed to be playing the full match, full 90 minutes. So we got to half-time, 1-1. They scored with the free kick, deflected free kick in the last minute of the first half.
And then this on screen now.
Yeah.
popped up on the stadium announcement boards and on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
And the message basically said
severe weather, basically. Severe weather.
Get inside.
A storm is on its way. Get yourself inside. So in America, what they do is they're so used to having these storms just come and hit, flash storms, basically. And what they do in America is they don't just call the game off. Players will go in and they will just wait. They wait as long as it takes, yeah? And I was talking to some of the actual, the Philadelphia players, and they were like, oh, listen, we'll play this game tonight. And I'm like, but you know what I mean? What if we're waiting 3 hours? They're like, it's not a thing. We'll still play this game tonight. And I was like, wow. So anyway, the game kicked off at 7:30, played the first half, and then we were basically twiddling our thumbs.
The rain.
So
let's just talk about the weather.
The rain, the lightning, the thunder. It was like the world was ended.
Yeah, well, I went home.
Yeah, it was, honestly, it was outrageous, right? It was just, phenomenal rain, like nothing you've ever seen. So all the fans go in. Most of them just go into the concourses,
and most went home after about
a lot
45
of
minutes.
Yeah. So we're all waiting for a while. And what they need to do out there is they've got a rule of something like they have to go 10 minutes before any lightning is seen in the area, and then once that's done, they wait half an hour. And then they can start the game.
After the last lightning struck, they start the timer.
Yeah, they start the timer, right? But the lightning just kept coming.
Yeah.
So we're all thinking it's not going to start. It gets started again. 11 p.m. at night, the game starts. And fair play, there was still a couple thousand fans in the stadium. But by this point, all of the lads that have played the first half are stiff as a board.
So we're talking 2 hours here.
Yeah,
like,
2 and a bit hours.
2
Yeah,
hours,
2 and a bit hours. Yeah, talking best part of 3 hours, right? And the lads were stiff as a board at this point. And so the manager comes in after about an hour and a half. He goes, listen, lads, he said, change of plan. They're still pretty sure the game's going to get started, but it could be for another hour or so. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 11 substitutions, right? Everybody's going to come off and we're going to bring a whole new team on. So that's what he did. And fair play to him, because the lads, nobody really wants to get started again at that point. You're going to have to do a whole new warm-up. Like I say, you're stiff as a board anyway. So it's just a sensible decision. So the game kicked off at 11 o'clock, finished at, quarter to midnight.
So what are the lads doing that got subbed off? Because I believe Sneaky Little Weasel found a nice little bit of an area, didn't you?
Yeah, well, like literally outside of our changing rooms, it was like a VIP area sort of thing. And there were like a few fans and that. But then if you just walk past the fans a little bit, they had like a little food zone.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So the food that they were serving in this little VIP area is like a bad boy buffet, like a proper buffet as well. We're talking ribs. They had a slider section. Yeah, they had all sorts. Like it was so good. So I walked my way up there and I was like, oh, what's up here? Found it and straight away I got on the lads group chat. Boys, get yourself up here now, food is popping. So they came up, we just had all of our food while we're still waiting for the game to get started again, and then eventually, like I say, got started, then went out and watched it. It was still raining, we got soaked, we got absolutely soaked, but it wasn't a problem. Game finished, thankfully no injuries or anything like that.
Yep.
And that was it. And then it was end of kind of USA trip for the boys, really, for the rest of the Wrexham team. It was end of USA trip.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.